Hello all, it's Terry DaTGuY Ashford from bringing you the Street Now report on the AT&T recording on today, August 18th. The recording that may have been intended to detour us from speaking to a representative who would have provided us with information we needed regarding the credit that turned into an amount owed that turned back into a credit that we would have only known by speaking to a rep. And the recording, AT&T recording, was detouring us from speaking to a rep by stating, expect a longer than normal wait time. That recording has been on that 611 helpline for over a month. And we understand that particular recording could have been rerouted based on the number, the incoming number in which the call was coming from or originating from. It was through that number, 611, and through speaking to a representative that we were able to find out information that we needed about the $40 credit. A $40 credit that reverted to the amount owed, that reverted back to a credit only through speaking to a representative. Here is the recording right here.
AT&T, about your wireless service. Due to unusually high call volumes, we are experiencing long hold times to speak with a wireless service customer service professional.
Without hearing that particular recording, without getting to a representative, we would have been trying to pay the $40 that was already paid. The recording itself may have been attempting to assist in falsifying the amount that we were to pay, the amount that we need to pay. See, we were going about the objective of trying to pay that $40 when the $40 was already paid from before. This is a picture of me right here. I'm Terry DaTGuY Ashford.
About your wireless service.
Street Now
Due to unusually high call volumes, we are experiencing long hold times to speak with a wireless service customer service professional. Welcome to AT&T para español, marca monthly plan, which renews at the end of the day on September 17th. You have 1.4 gigabytes of high-speed data left, and your account balance is $5. Good news.
And it all was intended, we allege, to falsify the financial dealings of Terry DaTGuY Ashford, just as they tried on his mother, Wilma Greenwood Ashford, all behind the scenes. One moment, the amount was paid. The next moment, it wasn't paid. One moment, it became a credit. Next moment, it became the amount owed. Well, which is it? Well, behind the scenes, guess what happened, y'all? It wouldn't take the card that I was going to use to pay it because it said the card was already paid and was going to be charged automatically on August the 20th. No one has told us anything like that before. And in the meantime, we had requested the funds from a friend to pay the amount that was already being paid. In the end, they were going to say we were using that person who was helping us. In the end, it's a disgust, ain't it? Literally a disgust. Through manipulating the bill in which which a friend was helping me to pay, they were going to say that Terry DaTGuY Ashford was a user and he was using his friend. And then they were going to say, see, he asked for the money to pay this bill and this bill was already paid. Well, we didn't know that. It's a disgust. And plus, they used a recording in order to make sure we didn't get to a representative to find it out. It's a disgust. A literal disgust. This is a picture of me right here. I'm Terry DaTGuY Ashford, reporting for Street Now Reports. We allege that the objective was to frame Terry DaTGuY Ashford from behind the scenes when Terry DaTGuY Ashford wouldn't know anything about it. The falsification this time would have been financial dealings. They would have said Terry DaTGuY Ashford was intentionally trying to use his friend Scott Horsley by borrowing money that he didn't need, by falsifying the amount that was requested to pay the bill and hiding that. Terry DaTGuY Ashford here, making the allegations, all for you. The details regarding the borrowing of money. The borrowing of money that Terry DaTGuY Ashford claims makes the allegation that the AT&T recording was to deter him from speaking to a representative so that he would know that the $40 credit was no longer a credit, was no longer an amount owed, was an amount paid. This is the letter that he sent to Scott. Hey, Scott. As reported initially, the $40 balance that we initially thought was a credit then later appeared as an amount owed, and today, guess what? It reverts back to a credit. Yes, Scott, the initial evaluation was correct, that the $40 used today to pay the August 20th billing cycle leaves us a $5 credit balance because the bill was just $35. So the difference was $5. The AT&T balance of today is now negative $5, as the $40 that was initially reported was indeed a credit. We're going to leave this letter that was written to Scott on today, August the 18th, explaining the $40, that our initial thoughts of the $40 was correct, so that no one can be behind the scene framing anybody, especially not Terry DaTGuY Ashford. We want to report also that is exactly the same thing they did to his mother, Wilma Greenwood Ashford. Squashed it right there in their faces. And we know who did it. We know who did it. We know who's trying to do it to us. Same ones who tried to buy a human being. That's called human trafficking. It's called extortion of life. You don't know that? Well, you will when we finish. Terry Ashford, reporting all for you. We left this letter up here so that you can see exactly what happened and what was happening. It's squashed. Don't play with us. I'm Terry DaTGuY Ashford, reporting for Street Now Report on falsifying and framing Terry DaTGuY Ashford, the InDaCarSeat DaTGuy. All squashed for you. The claim behind the scenes was trying to make it seem that Terry DaTGuY Ashford was using his friend Scott Horsley to borrow money to pay bills that weren't even owed. And that was supposed to be done by falsifying and manipulating the amount of the bills that were owed as told to Terry DaTGuY Ashford by the customer service system-oriented team before getting to a rep, that is. And that was the reason for the recording, we believe, at the beginning of the call. And Terry Ashford reporting for you.